What's up, everybody? It's Jonathan the Fam here. You've guys seen me in this spot before, so I guess you can imagine where I am. I am in Hammond, Indiana once again. The fiance's got school, so, just kind of going live here to, I guess you could say give an update, but not really. Just kind of bored. So many of you know that I am obviously engaged, right? So my fiance and I decided next year we're gonna do an engagement party with the family, and she graduates college, and we'll put both of them together. Now, if you don't know already, I am very family oriented, and so is she. We love our family so very much. We just love our family, and why I'm saying that is as you know, like I said, as you may know, I should say, my family and her family mean the world to us. Mean the world to us. Let me speak English there. And we want to do something that's when we do our wedding, right? And I think a lot of people do this. The family members that are no longer with us, we want to make sure they're represented, like our grandparents and stuff like that at the wedding. So we're thinking we're gonna do the instead of doing a table like at the entrance where you normally see like pictures of your loved ones who are no longer there, we're gonna do a table, okay? We're thinking of a table like when you like for dinner, at the hall, we're gonna do, or at the venue, we're gonna do pictures around the table, like they're sitting at the table. I think that would be cool. We're trying to do things differently. We're gonna keep a lot of the same things, a lot of the things you normally do original, like doing the bridal party dances and all that stuff. But we're trying to make things a little bit different for it, because Shelby and I both agree. We're like, we want to do things differently, because if you keep it the same, people come to the wedding, right? In my opinion, anyway. I've been to quite a few of them where they do things differently, or some people do it traditionally. We're gonna keep it traditional, but we're gonna do it differently in a way. Like, instead of, like I said, for the memorial table, we're not gonna do it at the entrance. We're gonna do it in the hall, in the venue, and have them be placed around the table like they're being seated. I think it would be cool. She thinks it's gonna be. She thinks it's cool. And have people do we're not fully planned out with that yet, but with everything, but with that we're trying to make it different but traditional. I think because, and we're not sure where we're gonna have it yet. We do have a couple venues, excuse me, in mind. We've looked at, but the issue with a lot of that is we don't know where we're gonna be in 3 years, for the wedding. So we took a step back from looking at venues right now. We kind of put that on the back burner. But we decided, why don't we, if we do things traditional, we're not fully planned with everything out with that, but we have ideas of how we want to do it. But where I was going was our anniversary party. Our engagement party next year. Our engagement party is gonna be, not sure where yet. That reminds me, I gotta make a phone call after this. But anyway, the party is it's gonna be fun. I know that's gonna be next year. We're oh my lord. We kind of planned a little bit out. We didn't plan everything out yet. With that, we have ideas with that even. Which I should have brought my notebook notebook so I can write everything down, so I can have, everything in notes, because, I forget a lot. So, what does that tell you? But we have our guest list down. Not sure about the food yet. We may do. We have an idea of where we might have it. At a park. Which, if we have it at a park, I've already looked into enclosed party tents. Because, bugs and bees and stuff. Because one of my sisters is allergic to bees, and I don't want her to get stung again, because that was scary. So if we do something outside, I want an enclosed party tent, like you see, at like a golf course. Some of them golf courses have like party tents, and or some type of enclosed tent. Not like a sleeping tent though, but golly. So yeah, we're coming up with ideas. We're tossing them around. We're going from there. But let me tell you, planning anything, whether it's a birthday party, an anniversary party, an engagement party, a wedding, baby shower, anything like that, it is super, super stressful. Especially when you're trying to do, when two people have different ideas, but we hear the other person, but we want to do it this way, type thing. It is very hard to compromise, because I had an idea, and even my dad was like, that sounds stupid. So let me tell you. Let me paint a backstory. So for the engagement party, I'm like, are we gonna make some type of announcements, or not announcements, like a speech? Like, are we gonna make speeches? We're gonna have our bridal party come up. We're gonna blah 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 blah. What are we gonna do? She says, well, yeah, we can make speeches. I said, okay. I'm like, so what about this? Because she has a co-maid of honor, and I have a co-best man. I'm like, why don't we have them make their speeches at the engagement party? She's like, why? I'm like, think about it. I'm like, because at the wedding, 5 years later, or 4 years later, whatever it's going to be, 4 years later, everybody would forget, and because both of her sisters are her co-maid of honors, I'm like, they may have the same story. So if they're both gonna talk at the bridal at the engagement at the wedding, they're gonna hear the same story. Maybe two different versions, but they're the same story because you're sisters. All three of you guys grew up together. So I'm like, so if one does it at the engagement party and at the wedding, they could, by the wedding comes, they could forget what that person had said. And even our parents can, say something. I think it would be a better idea, especially if you have co-maid of honors and co-best mans, because that's less time at the wedding that you're taking up. Because I could tell you, let's say both of her sisters go, right? One's going to sit there and talk for 10 minutes, 20 minutes, whatever it is, and then the other one's going to talk for 10, 20 minutes, and then it goes to mine. So my best woman is going to talk for 10, 20 minutes, and then my co-best man's going to talk for 10 to 20 minutes. So, and then it goes to the parents. My dad and her mom, and then it goes to us. So that's 8 people talking, and the pastor doing the blessing. So that's 9 people talking right there, and all that is like an hour and a half, maybe 2, depending how long their stories are gonna be, or toasts are gonna be. I'm like, so I think that would be a better idea, because, and then I said, well, you know what? We can also do a backstory on us. Not every single thing happened in life, but not at the age of 2, I learned to go on the toilet and blah, 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 blah. No, just important highlights, I used this example with Shelby yesterday. I'm like, you could be like, well, my grandparents at the age of 10 gave me the most amazing princess birthday party, something like that. Important highlights, maybe from your grandparents, your sisters, your brothers, your aunts, your uncle, whatever. I'm like, I think it would be a cool thing if we did a little bit of a backstory on us, and I'm like, I'm not gonna go and, my senior year of high school, I was homeless and yada, 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 and then blah, blah. I will pick the most important things that stick out to me. The most important thing happened, when I was really young. I think I was 5 years old, maybe. we were at an amusement park, my family and I, for my birthday, and I was running towards it was our last ride, and I was running towards a ride that I wanted to get on, and I fell face first into a glass plate where metal plate where the ride sits on, and I gave me a good scar right there, I think maybe that's a scar. I'm not sure. I know that's a scar. So I'm like, that was an important time in my life because I thought I was gonna die. Like, I was bleeding a lot. Like, a lot. So doing little important things, saying things like that, I think would be important. I gotta charge my phone. So yeah, shut up, car. Doing important things like that, I think, is a cool idea. Not necessarily because we want to talk about A, B, and C, and oh well, I was yada yada this old when this happened, kind of. No, I think we could truly come up with amazing ideas of what we wanted to do. Now, I know I try to make things difficult for everything, but if you take a step back and you look at things, right? And you think, oh lordy lord, why are we gonna make this difficult? Well, I like to set challenges for myself, okay? Now, like the whole engagement party and the speeches and everything, to help me keep it on tact and keep everything moving, I like setting challenges for myself. Making sure, okay, 5 o'clock, this gets said, 6 o'clock, this gets said, 7 o'clock, blah, blah, blah. All the way from beginning to end. I know I just said like 7 o'clock. You know what I mean? I know, okay, this has to be done, this has to be done, and this has to be done, this has to be done. Let's stick to the schedule. And that's all I try to do, is I like creating problems and doing difficult situations for me because I like to solve it, and I like to set challenges for myself, and goals, so I know we can reach those at some point. Now, I know, and this is 2023, okay? Well, this would be 2024. So things have changed dramatically since way back when, right? So we don't necessarily have to do things that are by the book and that are what's it called? Traditional. There you go. We don't have to do things traditionally. We can do things differently. Again, because this is 2024, and currently 2023, but at that time it'd be 2024, and then at the wedding it'll be 2026, I think. 2024, something like 26, something like that. So we don't have to do things like the old ways. we can do things so differently now, and that's okay. Like, we don't have to follow everything that is, you know, the way things used to be. If we want to, you know, like, at the engagement party, if we want to blow bubbles out of our butts, we can do that. Like, it is okay. You know, it is a new, it's a new generation, and everybody doesn't have to do things the traditional way. That's why I said we could do like the engagement party and have this person do a speech and have that person do a speech if they want. Like, it doesn't have to be go there, eat, drink, and just have a good time. I mean, yes, you do that too, but you know, you can do things differently, and it's okay to. It makes it more difficult sometimes, but it's okay. I feel like my eyebrows. Okay. Sorry. I feel like we can do things differently, and that's okay to do it. Do it that way. You know, and another subject I can touch on is my nieces. My nieces are the most important things in my life. I know I've talked about this before, I believe. I'm not sure if it's on this platform or Facebook, but that was weird. My nieces mean the absolutely world to me. We've all been, well, to war and back, you could say. Like, that's why I said I'm very family oriented. I love my siblings. I love my nieces, my nephew. To ends of the earth, I would die for them all. I'm truly, truly, truly blessed for what I have, and with the wedding and stuff, I feel like if I wanted all my nieces, like, if I told all my nieces, like, hey, you're gonna make a speech, you know, whatever it is, or a toast, go right at it. Like, if I wanted the whole bridal party to make a speech, it's okay to. It's a new generation. It's a new world. It's the same world, but it's a new world, and you don't have to do things traditionally. So, you know, that goes into my whole thing of my family's I'm very family oriented. That's what I mean. Like, if I wanted my whole head table to make a speech or a toast, they could do it. Like, it's not a bad thing. Like, traditionally, yes, you don't do it, but again, it's a new world. People do things differently now, and if I wanted that to happen, it'll happen. You know, and it's okay to do that. Like I said, you don't have to follow the old ways, and you can do things differently. It's a new world now. And for the engagement, like, if you're having an engagement party, you can do that too. Like, it's okay to do things differently. You don't have to hold on to the old ways. Now, that's the part I'm trying to get my fiance to understand is It's weird. I think okay. So yeah, and it's okay to do that. Like, you don't have to hold on to the old ways. Yes, I like the old ways, not like really old ways, but I like the old traditional ways, but I also don't want to do the same routinic things that people do for special events. So that's just, you guys on this platform, my messages to you, if you want to do things differently at your wedding, do it. Like, you don't have to do traditional things. You can do it however you want it to do. And like I said, if you want to have your whole head table make toasts or speeches, do it. You don't have to do it traditional ways. Like I said, I'm trying not to do not trying to do everything traditionally. There will be some traditional things, but I want to make it different. Because, like I said, so that's my message to you guys. If you want to do it that way, do it that way. Because I'm here to tell you that if somebody else says otherwise, and they're like, no, you shouldn't do that because that's not traditional, just look at them and go, it's a new world. People do what they want to do. Like I said, if you want to blow bubbles out of your butt, it's a new world. Do what you want. Like, it's okay to do that. And that's the part I think that people should understand and be more understanding about. Is do it that way. Do it traditional. If you want to do it fully traditional, or you want to do little bits like the bridal party, like a entrance and bridal party dances and stuff like that, that's traditional. But if you want to curve it and be like, I don't want to do a bridal party dance because whatever reason, then don't do a bridal party dance. It's okay. Like, you can do whatever you would like. Just remember, traditional and a little bit of traditional, fully traditional, not traditional at all, and it's okay to do it. It's okay. It's a new world. You can do what you want to do, and that's what I love about this country. Is it doesn't always have to be the same. So, without further ado, enough of this rant. I am gonna go ahead and end this live stream. But yeah, like I said, just do what you want. I keep hearing a dog, but I don't see a dog behind me. Yeah, so do whatever you need to do. That's my message for the day. Is it's a new world. And if you want to do things different, do things different. If you want to keep... Okay, so I'm not just hearing things. It's a dog. And if you want to do things traditionally, do it. If you don't want to do it, don't do it. And that goes for anything. Like weddings, baptisms are usually the same. You usually can't change those up. But anything, birthdays, anniversaries, weddings, whatever, You want to do things traditionally? Do it traditionally. If you want to change a little bit things up, change things up. You know, if you want to do it fully traditional, but you want to throw some things in there, throw some things in there. It is okay. Some people may not think it makes sense, but in your head, it makes sense, and that's okay. That is 100% okay to do. So that's my message for the day. And that was a lot of talking. So guys, I will see you guys next time. I didn't. Oh, the wedding. My cousin's wedding. I was at March 13th, I think it was. That went well. I'm sorry I did not get a chance. Wait, I think I did go live on YouTube, I think I did. I don't remember. But the wedding went well. Had a great time. Sorry I did not do any videos like I said I was gonna do. The night before when we got there, I was just worried about plugging all my equipment in, getting it charged up, getting them ready, making sure I had everything, which I ended up forgetting one thing out of like 100 things. So I'm grateful there was only one thing missing, which I really didn't need it. So I'm grateful for that. I really didn't need it. So I'm grateful. There's only one thing, like I said, missing, and can't complain with that. And then the day of the wedding, got to the church, got everything set up, we got everything ready. Had no issues with any equipment that I know of. Yet I have my videos off with our editor, and they're editing editing them and putting them together for me. I don't know anything yet because I don't think they gotten started with that, so that's okay. I'll get in touch with them and just let them know, like, hey, if there's any issues or you find something wrong, please let me know. So I know that this certain part in this video will not be part of the video because of whatever happened. But yeah, I mean, as far as I know, nothing went wrong. Did the ceremony, did everything, and then going from the church to do the photo shoot at a conservatory. First of all, the limo we were in, it looked beautiful on the outside and on the inside. However, we didn't get 2 blocks from the church, and it felt like somebody rear-ended us. The limo driver and I got out. We didn't see any damage on my car, or the limo, or the car that was behind us. So we looked, we made sure. Felt like somebody hit us. So we got back in, and we started to go again. And so to paint a picture for you, what made it feel like we got rear-ended was, I think he hit the brakes, and it gave us such, like, maybe a late reaction, I guess you could say, and we all jolted forward, and it felt like somebody hit us, and it sounded like somebody hit us. Thankfully, nobody in the back was injured, because I ended up having to ride shotgun with the limo driver because there was no more room in the back. there was extra people that went, and it annoyed me, to say the least. So we get to the conservatory, that happened to us like twice, where it stopped and we like it felt like somebody hit us. So I think it's something to do with the brakes and the gas or whatever. I'm not sure. I'm not a car guy. I mean, I'm a car guy, but I'm not like a mechanic car guy. I'm a car guy. I love certain cars, but I'm not a mechanic car guy. So then we get to the conservatory and we have to turn around. Now, folks, you guys know how big of a limo, how big limos are. So we have to turn around. So we go into the employee parking lot, and he starts backing up, and the wheels, okay, it's a little hard to turn. Didn't think nothing of it. I thought maybe, I don't know, maybe he's just weak as hell. I don't know. So we start backing up. He's spinning the wheel. I mean, and it's hard. He's having such a hard time turning this limo around. Take him about 10-15 minutes to turn the limo around, and as he's turning the wheel each way, I can tell he's having a hard time turning the wheel. I didn't think nothing of it on the way there, or I didn't notice it on the way there, but I think so. Yeah, he's having a hard time. He's struggling it, and he's huffing and puffing while he's turning the wheel, and he's turning it, and I mean, he's struggling. Like, he's like, and I know that just looked like I had to poop, but he's having a hard time he's struggling to turn the wheel around. And I was like, all right, well, maybe there's something wrong with the power steering. Okay. Don't say nothing. Okay. Alright. Finally turn around, get parked, go in. They were supposed to have like this house they were supposed to take pictures in near there, but apparently something happened with them and blah blah blah, and they end up telling him they can't do the shoot in the house, and they said, well, can we do it in here? Do it in the conservatory. So after about 15 minutes of whatever the fuck they were doing, pardon my language, the park people, we get in there, and they only give us like 15 minutes to take pictures. So the photographers are trying to take pictures. I'm trying to take videos of them, because that's what I got hired for. And I'm like, okay. And I'm getting pushed off to the side like you wouldn't believe by these photographers, because they kept getting in my way, and I got to the point where I was just like, you know what? Screw this. I'm done taking videos. I did what I could. I was done. I was getting so fed up because I'm standing in one spot, right? And I'm just holding the camera to him. Well, to my cousin and her husband. And I'm not moving. I am not moving at all. I hardly ever moved doing these videos. Sometimes I got close-ups. Sometimes I got far away. I did what I could. And no matter where I was, the church, the venue, well, at the church it wasn't me that was getting a hard time. It was my other two camera operators, my Shelby and my father, and they kept getting in their way because they were up on the balcony and I was at the back of the church. So they really didn't come by me, except for the end when I'm trying to do what I can, and the photographer's like all up on my shit, and at the reception at the not so much at the church, exiting when they were leaving the church and I'm trying to get them from the limo from the church to the limo. Once again, the photographers are in my way, and I'm like, God, this I'm really getting annoyed. And then at the conservatory, it just blew my head. I was getting so frustrated. I was like, I'm done. I am done. And they're like, well, I got done shooting. And so I just kind of hung back while they were taking pictures and stuff, and get to the hall and finally get there. And after a whole mix-up and stuff, we get there. Oh, we got lost too. We ended up at a dealership and not the venue. I think he typed the address in wrong. So we finally get there. We get out. We get up to the hall, to the venue, and I'm setting up my stuff because my dad and Shelby didn't set up any equipment yet. So I'm trying to set up my camera and my tripod and all that, so I can, and my dolly, so I can get it going. And I get told the photographers want to talk to me, so I go over there and I was like, what? And they're like, well, just so you know, basically told me don't be in their way and don't be in the bridal party way. And I was like, I'm not stupid. I know that. Like, this isn't my first wedding I've ever been to. So, yeah. Like, I know. Don't be in people's way. Duh. Something started playing music that was so weird. So, I'm like, whatever. And they're just like, don't be in our way. I was like, you're funny. So, as they were being announced, I stood back and recorded. And I pulled the groom a little while later that night, and I was like, Austin, I'm getting so annoyed with the photographers. And then they didn't even stay the whole day. They left at like 8 o'clock or something like that. And I was like, seriously? You had to leave? Why? Like, okay. So at that point, I moved my camera, and I got my camera all up on that dance floor. So, they're out of our way. So, I told the groom, I'm like, Austin, I'm getting so annoyed. They basically told me to stay out of their way. Because, yeah, and they were like, anytime I was like next to them or something, they were like, move back, to the point like if we were right here in this parking lot, right? I'll show you. Like, if we were right here in this parking lot, right? And say they were taking pictures right here. Like, the bride and groom would be right here and the photographers were like right there. they would probably have me move all the way back there to like that tree. Like, I'm not kidding you. They did not want me anywhere near them. And I was like, are you kidding me? I have a job just like you, bro. And when I met with the photographer or the videographers that are editing my film, my video editors are like, yeah, we've had that issue. I'm like, I was getting so annoyed by them. And they're like, yeah, that's pretty standard. Just for that reason, that's why we have 3 or more cameras. Like, very true. I'm like, I could have had, like, at the conservatory, 3 cameras going. At the venue, I could have had 3 cameras going. I'm like, but my camera was the good camera, and I knew I could get from beginning to end without any issues. I'm like, okay, yeah, I could see that, yeah. And I was like, I don't get it. I'm like, but this is annoying. I'm like, in these photographers, they were getting on my nerves. I couldn't stand it anymore. I was gonna, beat the hell out of them. Like, it was so crazy. And other than that, everything went great. Like, I'm not complaining. Like, nothing bad happened. We were running behind schedule a little bit, and that's okay, but that's fine. But, like, nothing really, really bad happened. Like, nobody died, got in a crash, like a bad crash, or, jumped out the 10-story building that we were in, or however high it is. Like, nothing bad happened. It was a good night. But people, videographers and photographers, both parties need to come together and work together. Not, well, you're just a videoer and they want my pictures, they don't care for your video, whatever. Like, no. I don't do this for a living. Granted, yes, I don't do this for a living, but maybe this is something I could get into and do it for a living. But as of now, I don't do it for a living. Bear with me, help me, and let's work together. That's all you have to do. Work together. So yeah, I know I said I was going to end this live stream a little bit ago. But yeah, I just want to tell you guys that part. Because I haven't gone live since then. So yeah, that's pretty much what happened. Like I said, can't complain too much about it. It was a great night. I had fun. The hotel we stayed in, it was a fancy hotel. I think I did go live, I believe. Yeah, I did show the hotel, right? I think I did. Yeah, I think I went live. It was a fancy hotel. I did enjoy it. The pool was a little small, but I didn't get a chance to go swim at all that weekend, so. But that's okay. I'm planning something for Shelby and I for our anniversary. We may go to a hotel, we may not. I'm not sure as of now because Amazon is at its slow season now, so some days we're busy, sometimes we're not, and we get sent home early, and our checks could be small, so it is what it is. But yeah, so with that being said, like I said, we're trying to do different things. We're trying to make things happen. we may go back to that hotel we were at for my cousin's wedding. We may go somewhere else. We may, I'm not like I said, I'm not sure as of now. If we do it, because our anniversary is next month, so if we do something, I need to get the room booked now so we can go, or so it's ready, so they will have it. So yeah, we'll her and I are gonna figure all that out. But yeah, like I said, it was a good hotel. It was fun. Food, the buffet could be a little bit better, but that's okay. I will catch you guys all next time. Please, everybody share this video. If Omar Gosh TV somehow comes across this video, share it to him. Omar, you're a great farmer. I love the Safe Haven Ranch. That was so cool to see all them farm animals. That's something I want to do at some point. So Omar, thank you for inspiring me to do a lot of things. It was awesome seeing you. I've watched your videos from very early on, when you used to be that night, I forget that nice big house with the enclosed pool, and ghostesses started coming into the house, and when you did that life-size doll and all that, that was an interesting time. So I remember your videos from very early on. That video you did a long time ago, when you bought presents for that family with that little girl, and stuff, like, oh my lord, when I seen that video, it made me cry, because for one simple thing, the little girl and her reaction with everything she got, it was so cute, it was adorable. She was a very little happy girl. It would be awesome if you could get in touch with them, with that family, and do like a current video with them, and then the little girl, and see where she's at now. I think it would be cool and amazing to see that. Maybe if she remembers you too, that would be really awesome to see. So thank you again, and I will go ahead and end this live stream. You guys stay awesome, stay positive, stay sweet, love one another, and I'll catch you guys again soon.